Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to Let's Play Resident Evil 0 HD Remaster. This is episode 7. Last time, we got ourselves the Unity tablet, fought some hunters for a key, killed some more leechmen, played the piano, and got ourselves the Obedience tablet as well, bringing us up to a total of 2 out of 3.
0.
We also got a battery from playing the piano that will let us, hopefully, get the last tablet. I'm actually not sure if those little messages are random or based on the area you saved in. Anyhow, let's drop our ink ribbon, if we can. And we can't drop anything else in here, I don't think, so we'll just hold on to the tablet we have. Let's go out front where we can use that battery. Because we saw there's an elevator over here, but we couldn't do anything with it before. But since we found this battery behind that panel in the piano room, we can slot this in. Actually, I think Billy's going to be in the way here. I don't know why I brought him with me. You're just going to back up. Oops, I actually missed where I was going to go. Because if you remember, there's a shiny item up here that we're trying to get. Obviously, that's what this box is for. The box pushing this is not really snapped to a grid, so there's places like this where you can get like a pixel stuck and you need to push it a little bit more. Which is annoying because the animation, is kind of in set amounts that you can push it. Alright, apparently it's still too close because I still can't move it. The perception on this one's a little hard to judge. Yeah, she still doesn't want to push it. It's still too close. I mean, that looks far enough to me. That looks like there's a good gap. And we just kind of reach up here. We don't need to get lifted by Billy. And that's Discipline tablet, which is the last one. And now we get to do something not particularly fun. We have to move all of these items into the room where these tablets go, because otherwise, it'll be a pain in the ass to get them. We don't really want to lose any of this stuff, so let's see what we can grab while we're here. Have Rebecca grab this other tablet. So she's got all 3. What about you, Billy? He doesn't really have a lot of space. We can make it work, though. Let's see, let's grab some grenade ammo. Actually, does he have the magnum rounds too? He does. Alright, so we're just gonna kind of combine down some of this stuff. Don't worry, we're not gonna go through the whole process. Just this first load here. Put that in the gun. And do we have any gasoline left? Yes, we do. So let's put that in the bottles. Combine our Molotov stack. Grab this first aid spray. Alright, so they're both full up, but we still don't actually have everything. So we'll need to come back for at least one more trip. Thankfully, we don't have very far to go.
Let's split up.
Okay.
Still got a whole lot of these plague crawlers in here, though. We didn't really do anything about them. Now, honestly, I could just run past them, but we've got some extra ammo here, and as you might be able to tell here, they're kind of screwed when it comes to them trying to hit you. Now, if there was only one of them left, they could probably get in here, but they're actually blocking each other from getting in here. There we go. Didn't take too many pistol bullets. I mean, honestly, again, we could have ran past them, but I'd rather not save the ammo over health in this case. And we don't even have to, like, memorize the order these goes in. They just go in their respective slots. We're not going to put the last one in just yet. Billy's still full up. So we're going to have him drop off all his stuff, and then gonna kind of skip the rest of it. I think there's still some items lying around the mansion, or the training facility, but we probably don't need to go back for them. There's a green herb. The green herb is in that outside area that had a lot of zombies in it. That's just in the hallway there, so we'll grab that on the way. There is... yeah, that's the first aid spray in the room with the bones. I could go in there. There's not really anything between here and there. I might do that too. And that's about it, really. Now, unlike the train, this is not stuff that we're going to lose permanently if we don't bring it with us immediately. I mean, there's not a lot of things in the train like that you have to worry about, but here we could just come back. It's just more of a pain because enemies will respawn. Or not respawn, but new enemies will appear. So I find it's just easier to skip all that. Also, not all of this stuff is going to fit in this room, but we can just put it in the outside if we have to. Alright, so I'm going to leave all that there. Billy's going to head back and grab the rest of the stuff, and then we'll see what's on the other side of this observatory. Alright, so that's the last of our training facility material goods. Surprisingly, it all fits in this room. I guess it all did mostly fit into the main hall.
Come on.
Roger.
So let's slap this last tablet in and see where it takes us. Yet another umbrella, unnecessarily intricate mechanism for a place where, stairs would suffice. Alright, let's grab some of this stuff. Billy's got the shotgun and the shotgun ammo. We should be fine with that. Should probably grab a healing item or two. Alright. Yeah, Billy's still got the full heal too. So he should take... I'll have him take the acid rounds too. We got 2 first aid sprays. I'll have Rebecca grab the grenade launcher. Actually, let's consolidate here. We'll give Rebecca the acid rounds, since she's got the grenade launcher, and Billy will take the hook shot, which, if you might have noticed by this point, is not been useful to us at all, even though I said we'd need it in the future. Well, the future is coming up. In fact, the future is always coming up at all times. So instead of a sort of log cabin behind it, like the Arklay mansion, this one has a churchy, cathedral-y kind of thing. Thankfully, there are not any Cerberus hanging around here. Not a whole lot of options for us to get into this place. Alright, simple enough. Except, the door will only stay unlocked as long as somebody's standing on one of these panels. So we're gonna need to split up here.
Roger.
So what are we looking at? Well, Billy's going to be our fighter as much as possible, so we're going to send him in and put Rebecca on the panel. You're on panel duty, rookie. Let's go investigate what's going on here in case there's anything nasty waiting for us. It's not looking too good. Are those candles lit? I mean, I guess, Castlevania guy could have lit them, since he's living in this area. Got ourselves a little save room here. Some incendiary ammo. Aguifa Apritat Primador? Premiar? Just trying to read that sign back there. So really, there's not much going on in this little area, except you can see this little grappling hook mark. So let's head back there and maybe grab that grappling hook. Or hook shot, as they refer to it, I believe. Hold on now. Seems like this church has a bit of a pest problem. Now, normally I wouldn't have much of a problem with bats getting stuck inside, but this one's rather nasty. And surprisingly strong. Even for wings that size, it would have a lot of trouble lifting a person. Fortunately, he's got some friends as well, which will not only annoy us, but also block our shot. So I think we're going to switch to the shotgun here. We're still doing pretty fine. That drop attack doesn't do too much damage, thankfully. Alright, bats are down for the moment. Let's switch back to the grenade launcher. Alright, that's all we have for ammo. Load our shotgun, switch back to shotgun. Fortunately, there are a lot of bats in here. Now, you might think that they wanted us to use those incendiary rounds, but honestly, those are not particularly effective against Mr. Bat here. Though if we still saved some of those acid rounds from the manor, those would have come in handy here. I didn't even know there was an achievement for killing a bunch of these bats. Usually this fight does not take this long. So this is, I believe, one of the unintentionally infected creatures. Rather than a BOW that was intentionally created, this is just a bat that got infected and, you know, for some reason mutated more than the other bats. Alright, so that's that problem dealt with. Also, you don't get the camera angle until after you've killed the bat. Because I guess Billy, or whoever, doesn't notice there's a hole in the roof until the bat comes through it. So, let's hand off the grenade launcher back to Rebecca. Grab the hook shot. And alright, so we don't need to stay on the panel anymore. For some reason, killing the bat has unlocked the door. You might think that Billy, unlocked it from the inside after we actually got inside. But I'm pretty sure you can't do that fight with two people, no matter what. And honestly, that fight would be a nightmare with both of them, because whoever you're not controlling would be dumping their ammo on the bats, and not the bat. Hold on now. Does that say, caution, don't touch, but fire? Is that supposed to say, don't touch unless there's a fire? Like I said, there's a lot of great little English still kind of hidden in some of the signs. Red herb. And that's really all there is to the chapel kind of area. I guess that was the word I was thinking of. Which leads to yet another secret area. And hey, guess what? We're still going to want to move all of our items down here. Alright, so what's Rebecca carrying? A lot of stuff. So let's combine that. Let's grab these incendiary rounds. Or napalm rounds. I don't know why I keep calling them incendiary. I mean, it's the same thing, really. I think there are incendiary rounds in like Resident Evil 5 and 6's grenade launchers.
Okay.
Actually, now that I think about it, we should keep this hookshot for the moment. And there's only really one way to go right now, so let's go through this door. Got ourselves a note. Second Marcus diary. We found the other one in the chess office, talking about his leeches. And we're gonna need a stripping agent, clearly. Even though we don't really know what that's about. There's a suspicious-looking corpse here, but we can just pass right through him, so pay him no mind. And a mysterious hole in the ceiling, which we already know what that's for. Got another one of these dumbwaiter type things we saw on the train that connects to an operating room, which we haven't seen yet. Presumably directly above us. So we're going to want to move all of our items from upstairs down to this room, generally. Which, again, we're not going to sit here and watch me run all the way back through. Alright, now that that's dealt with, we won't have to backtrack back to the training facility. Again, that's one of the problems that people had with this inventory system, because rather than having to periodically return to, a set spot to deposit your items, which would then transfer to all the future item boxes. You instead now pretty much have to keep dragging your whole inventory with you like this when you progress to new areas. Unless you were playing on the crazy, weird setting in original Resident Evil that unlinked the item boxes, in which case you pretty much have to do this, except without the option to drop anything. So that'll do it for episode 7. We've made our way out of the training facility and fought a boss and got to a new area that we'll begin exploring next time. So that'll do it for episode 7. I've been Shadefyre, this is Billy and Rebecca, and I will see you all next time. Until then, you folks all take care.
Oh no!
So like last time, the mistake for this one isn't so much a straight up screw you over mistake, so much as it is a less efficient thing to do. And it's the reason that we moved all of our items into this room before progressing. Because you might think, well, why don't you just, raise the tower back up, go back through the same way we came in. But when the tower lowered, it actually changed where this door goes. It goes to a different area now. One we've actually been to, but we don't want to go to now. And this is why. Because it leads to this balcony area, which is now inhabited by some eliminators. So, if we'd want to go back and get our items, we would have to deal with these guys. Which, again, is not too tough, but you waste some ammo, you waste some health, it's not efficient. Moving all the items into the observatory is the best way to do this, I think. Except this green herb, which we will never see again. Oh well. Anyhow, that's pretty much it for this one. Nothing too fancy there.